Welcome back to Fireside Unsolved, and thank you to all our amazing subscribers for your continued support. Your enthusiasm and engagement makes the channel thrive, and it's blown us away of the growth we've seen in the past month. We also want to extend a warm welcome to our new watchers and subscribers. Thank you for joining our community. We're excited to have you with us as we dive into more intriguing mysteries and unsolved cases. Today we're going on a journey all over the world, to some of the most mysterious ancient places on Earth. Aramumuru in Peru, Australia's Stonehenge, Rupkund Lake in India, Hauska Castle in the Czech Republic, and the Superstition Mountains. These sites are steeped in history, folklore, and unexplained phenomena that continue to baffle researchers and captivate the imaginations of people around the world. Let's get into the mysteries of these fascinating places on episode 89, Mysterious Ancient Places on Earth. Nestled in the remote wilderness of Peru, close to the waters of Lake Titicaca and near the border with Bolivia, lies a mysterious stone carving known as Aramumuru. This abandoned monument was brought to light in the early 1990s by a mountaineering guide named José Luis Delgado Mamani, who stumbled upon it while exploring the Peruvian countryside. What he found was a colossal rock formation smoothed to a flat, imposing surface, featuring a small, intriguing alcove. Believed to be an unfinished Incan construction project, this flat stone slab measures an impressive 23 feet, and at its center, a T-shaped niche stands carved into the rock, towering 6 feet and 6 inches tall. Known to the indigenous people as Puerta de Hayumarca, or the Gate of the Gods, this mysterious doorway is steeped in legends of the supernatural. According to legend, an Incan priest once placed a golden disc into a small depression in the niche, causing the door to open. This golden disc, said to have dropped from the sky, is central to the myths surrounding the site. Stories speak of individuals vanishing through the portal and of extraordinary sightings, including tall, otherworldly beings accompanied by glowing orbs of light walking through the doorway. These stories of celestial artifacts and mystical doorways draw countless visitors, each hoping to experience the magic and mystery that surround the Gate of the Gods. The true purpose and origins of this mysterious gateway remain a tantalizing puzzle that continues to captivate the imagination of all who encounter its ancient stones. In 2015, Richard Patterson, a teacher from New South Wales and amateur historian, uncovered new information that led to the mysterious location of Australia's answer to Stonehenge. Richard discovered letters referencing the rock formation written by the late Australian journalist Frederick Slater in the 1930s and 1940s while working for the Brunswick Valley Historical Society. Slater, who was the president of the Australian Archaeological Society in the 1930s, had detailed the location of Australia's Stonehenge in his letters. Slater's findings had been largely forgotten, as his views were not widely supported during the time. To say it wasn't widely supported is an understatement, as the site was actually ordered to be demolished by the farmer who owned the land where the formation sat. The farmer, fearing the loss of his livelihood if news spread, tasked his then 15-year-old son with destroying the sacred site in 1940. Stephen and Evan Strong, father and son, have used Slater's letters to locate the site, approximately 40 kilometers away from Mullumbimby. Slater believed the mound where the 185 stones originally stood was the oldest form of temple in the world. He noted that the stones featured carved symbols and asserted that all languages had roots in Australia. According to the father and son, Slater wrote that, "The language which we speak today is not Anglo-Saxon, but just Aboriginal." Stephen Strong said, "We know of people walking thousands of kilometers to perform special ceremonies at this site." Slater also mentioned in his letters that he had compiled a dictionary with 28,000 words he had discovered from the site. Slater talked about the beginning of time and humanity starting in Australia and language beginning here. He was working on the first language. The Strongs, who continue to explore Slater's interpretations, theorized that this formalized method of communication was composed of numbers, hand signs, stone arrangements, elements, trees, letter sounds, and animal shapes. They believed that the intricate combination of all manner of apparently unrelated themes and disciplines creating a seamless blend into one formal script is in contradiction to the expected rudimentary linguistic starting point and calls into question many assumptions relating to human ascension and development. The Strongs and Richard Patterson have drawn up maps and impressions of what the formation would have looked like, using maps sketched 4 months before it was destroyed in 1940. Stephen Strong also believes that they discovered an additional 8 other sites, including one just 50 meters away, measuring 70 meters by 5 meters. Rupkund, locally known as Mystery Lake or Skeleton Lake, is a high-altitude glacial lake located in the Uttarakhand state of India. Situated in the lap of the Trishul Massif within the Himalayas, this lake sits at an elevation of approximately 5,020 meters, or 16,470 feet. The area around Rupkund is uninhabited, surrounded by rock-strewn glaciers and snow-clad mountains, making it a popular trekking destination. The lake, which varies substantially in size but is seldom more than 40 meters in diameter, remains frozen during the winter. But, when the snow melts, hundreds of human skeletons scattered around its edges and on the bottom are visible. Initially, these remains were thought to be from a semi-legendary event in the 9th century, where a single group perished in a sudden violent hailstorm. However, scientific research later revealed that the remains belonged to 3 distinct groups who died in 2 separate events around 800 CE and 1800 CE. The skeletons were rediscovered in 1942 by Hari Kishan Madhwal, a forest ranger of the Nanda Devi National Park. Alongside the skeletons, wooden artifacts, iron spearheads, leather slippers, and rings were also found. In 2003, a team from National Geographic retrieved about 30 skeletons, some still bearing flesh. Local legend tells of King Raja Jastaval of Kanauj, his pregnant wife Rani Balampa, their servants, a dance troupe, and others who perished near Rupkund Lake during a pilgrimage to the Nanda Devi shrine due to a severe hailstorm. The Anthropological Survey of India studied the skeletons in the 1950s, revealing head injuries likely caused by round objects falling from above, supporting the hailstorm theory. Radiocarbon dating of the bones at Oxford University's Radiocarbon Accelerator Unit pinpointed the time of death to around 850 CE, plus or minus 30 years. More recent studies combining radiocarbon dating with genome-wide analysis of 38 individuals found remains from different eras and 3 distinct groups. One group, dating to around 800 CE, had typical South Asian ancestry. Another group, dating to around 1800 CE, included individuals with Southeast Asian ancestry, and others with ancestry from the Eastern Mediterranean, particularly mainland Greece and Crete. These findings challenge the idea of a single catastrophic event, suggesting instead that the older South Asian remains were deposited over an extended period, while the younger remains were deposited in a single event. There is growing concern about the loss of skeletons due to tourists taking bones as souvenirs, which is actually very weird, so please do not do that. The district administration has expressed the need to protect the area, reporting that tourists, trekkers, and researchers are transporting the skeletons on mules. Efforts are being made to develop the area as an ecotourism destination to conserve the skeletons and protect this unique site. Huska Castle, an early Gothic fortress, stands in the municipality of Blatz in the Liberec region of the Czech Republic, approximately 47 kilometers, or 29 miles north of Prague. It is renowned for being one of the best preserved castles from its period. Notable features include a predominantly Gothic chapel, a green chamber with late Gothic paintings, and a knight's drawing room. According to folklore, Huska Castle was built over one of the gateways to hell to prevent demons trapped in the lower levels from escaping into the world. The building's defensive walls were constructed facing inward to keep the demons trapped within the thick walls closest to the hole. Constructed in the latter half of the 13th century, the castle was likely commissioned by Bohemian ruler Ottokar II of Bohemia during his reign, years 1253 to 1278, to serve as an administrative center for managing royal estates. It later passed through the hands of various aristocrats. The castle was built in a remote area of forests, swamps, and mountains, with no external fortifications, no kitchen, no occupants at its completion, and only a cistern to collect rainwater. During World War II, the Wehrmacht occupied Huska Castle, reportedly conducting experiments related to the occult. Locals believed the Nazis were using the powers of hell for their experiments, contributing to numerous myths about their activities there. The castle, open to the public since 1999, attracts tourists with its chapel adorned with fading frescoes and murals depicting demon-like and animal-like figures. Legends tell of prisoners sentenced to death being offered pardons if they consented to be lowered into the pit to report their findings. The first prisoner to be lowered began screaming after a few seconds, and upon being pulled back up, appeared to have aged 30 years, with wrinkles and white hair. According to Prague Tourism, The castle is reputedly haunted by various ghosts, including a bullfrog human creature, a headless horse, and an old woman. Located east of Greater Phoenix, the Superstition Mountains rise majestically over 6,000 feet above the Sonoran Desert. The superstitions have long captured the imagination of those who live nearby and those who visit. The name Superstition Mountains is believed to have been inspired by the Acamel-o-Autumn people, who inhabited the region long before European settlers arrived. According to their oral history, the mountains were a place of mystery and danger. They spoke of eerie sounds echoing through the canyons, unexplained disappearances, and mysterious deaths that seemed to defy explanation. These stories fostered a deep-seated fear and reverence for the mountains among the Acamel-o-Autumn. In the 1800s, local farmers and settlers, influenced by the legends and the palpable sense of mystery that enveloped the superstitions, officially named the range in honor of the indigenous stories. This designation not only acknowledged the cultural heritage of the Acamel-o-Autumn, but also cemented the mountain's reputation as a place of intrigue and superstition. One of the most enduring legends associated with the Superstition Mountains is the tale of the Lost Dutchman's gold mine. According to the story, a German immigrant named Jacob Waltz discovered a rich gold mine in the 19th century and kept its location a closely guarded secret. Despite numerous searches over the years, the mine has never been found, fueling speculation and adventurous expeditions to this day. This rich history, combined with the cultural narratives of the indigenous people and early settlers, creates a multi-dimensional experience. The area's geological features, such as towering cliffs, deep canyons, and unique rock formations, tell a story millions of years in the making. These ancient sites continue to captivate and intrigue us with their histories and legends. Each location offers a glimpse into the past, challenging our understanding of history and the unknown. Thank you for joining us on this journey through some of the world's most mysterious ancient places. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more explorations into the world's most fascinating mysteries. Until next time, keep seeking the unknown and stay safe. We'll see you next time. Fireside. What makes a locked door so mysterious? So intriguing? Maybe it's because locked doors symbolize the unknown, the forbidden. They keep the world outside from the secrets stowed within. The very act of locking something away suggests it's worth protecting. But what lies behind these impenetrable barriers? Today, we'll uncover the history behind 5 of the world's most mysterious locked doors. Doors that have captured the imaginations of countless souls who dared to wonder, what's on the other side? Prepare yourself, because some doors are best left unopened. Welcome back to Fireside Unsolved, Episode 102, 5 Mysterious Locked Doors. In 1974, a group of farmers in Shanxi Province, China, made a discovery that would echo through history. As they worked an ordinary field, their shovels struck fragments of clay, a piece of a human figure. Little did they know, this was merely the tip of the iceberg. Soon, archaeologists swarmed the site, uncovering a series of pits filled with thousands of life-size terracotta figures. Soldiers standing in silent ranks, war horses ready for battle, acrobats caught mid-performance, esteemed officials, and even lifelike animals. This unassuming field held one of the greatest archaeological finds of all time, revealing the long-buried army that guarded the tomb of China's first emperor. The terracotta army that was discovered was put there to stand eternal guard over the nearby mausoleum of Qin Shi Huang, the formidable first emperor of the Qin dynasty, who ruled from 221 to 210 BCE. While much of the necropolis surrounding the mausoleum has been explored, the emperor's tomb itself remains sealed to this day, untouched by human hands for over 2,000 years. A key reason for the reluctance to open Qin Shi Huang's tomb is the fear that doing so could irreparably damage it, destroying invaluable historical information. The hesitation isn't only about preserving history, there could also be immediate and potentially deadly dangers lurking within. According to an account by the ancient Chinese historian Sima Qian, written around 100 years after Qin Shi Huang's death, the tomb is rigged with deadly booby traps meant to kill any intruder. It reads, "Palaces and scenic towers for 100 officials were constructed, and the tomb was filled with rare artifacts and wonderful treasure. Craftsmen were ordered to make crossbows and arrows primed to shoot at anyone who enters the tomb. Mercury was used to simulate the 100 rivers. the Yangtze and Yellow River, and the Great Sea, and set to flow mechanically. Even if the 2,000-year-old booby-trapped bows have long since deteriorated, Sima Qian's account hints at another, more insidious danger: rivers of toxic liquid mercury, ready to flood the tomb and poison any who dares to enter. At first, this might seem like a mere myth, but scientific studies have measured mercury concentrations in the soil surrounding the tomb and discovered levels much higher than would be expected in the land there. For now, the tomb of Qin Shi Huang remains sealed and unseen, shrouded in mystery but not forgotten. Yet, with each passing year, we inch closer to the day when scientific advancements may finally allow us to unlock its secrets without disturbing the fragile history within. Until then, the tomb's hidden wonders and potential dangers lie waiting, untouched for over 2,200 years. The Sri Padmanabhaswamy Temple, an ancient marvel with a history stretching back to 500 BC, is located in East Fort, Thiruvananthapuram, the capital of Kerala. Dedicated to Lord Vishnu, the temple is revered as a sacred site where the deity reigns supreme. In 2001, archaeologists unearthed 6 mysterious underground vaults beneath the temple, labeled Vaults A through F. Since then, 5 of these vaults have been opened, and the public became aware of their contents as recently as 2011. Vaults A and B are said to hold vast treasures of gold, while Vaults C and D contain a dazzling array of gold and silver jewelry. Vaults E and F are filled with various utensils and ritualistic items related to temple ceremonies. Among the incredible treasures uncovered from the opened vaults of Sri Padmanabhaswamy Temple are artifacts that seem almost beyond belief. Researchers have found gold coins dating back thousands of years, a stunning 9-foot-long gold necklace, sacks brimming with diamonds, and a small, intricately crafted golden statue of an elephant, to name just a few items discovered in the vaults. Each item tells a story of opulence and devotion, leaving many in awe of the temple's vast wealth. However, Vault B of the Sri Padmanabhaswamy Temple remains unopened. The entrance is guarded by a serpent carving and an elaborate setup of 2 antechambers leading to the main vault, designed as a formidable deterrent. These ancient carvings, depicting a serpent and a yakshi, serve as a stark warning to all who approach. Legend has it that Vault B was sealed with powerful Nagapasam mantras, chanted by the highest religious authorities during the reign of King Marthanda Varma. This ritualistic protection was believed to safeguard the temple's treasure, and the curse it is said to contain can reportedly only be lifted by one of the highest priests. In the 1930s, vandals attempted to breach Vault B, but they were allegedly attacked by a swarm of snakes that seemed to materialize out of nowhere, reinforcing the legend of the curse. Another intriguing tale from over a century ago recounts how temple priests tried to unlock the vault to use its treasure to alleviate a severe famine. As they neared the door, they were said to have heard the sound of gushing waves from within, leading to speculation that Vault B might be connected to the Arabian Sea. Despite these tantalizing stories and the significant historical and cultural value of the treasure, the royal family of Travancore has refused to allow any further exploration. They believe that opening Vault B could invoke divine wrath and unleash a curse upon the nation, making it a sealed chapter in the temple's history. Hidden within the urban sector of Machu Picchu, beneath the area known as the Three Ports, lies a mysterious feature known as the Secret Door, a cavity sealed with a rustic wall of stones. What lies beyond this door has sparked intense curiosity and speculation for years. Some scholars even hypothesize that this could be the long-lost mausoleum of Emperor Pachacutec, the visionary ruler who is believed to have ordered the construction of Machu Picchu. Such a discovery would be groundbreaking, potentially rewriting our understanding of Inca history and culture. For many years, the secret door remained hidden in plain sight, overlooked by researchers and visitors alike who failed to notice its peculiar construction. It wasn't until 2010 that French engineer David Crespi spotted this bricked-up entrance. Intrigued by its mysterious appearance, Crespi, alongside French explorer Thierry Jamin, embarked on a quest to uncover its secrets. The secret door appears to have been crudely and quickly bricked up, suggesting it may have been sealed by the Incas themselves during the sudden Spanish invasion of Cusco. This theory is supported by the fact that Machu Picchu was abandoned in 1535 amid the chaos of the wars between the Incas and the Spanish conquistadors. Utilizing infrared technology and other advanced instruments, their investigations revealed a cavity-like space behind the sealed door. The data suggested that this void might function as a mausoleum, possibly holding the remains of someone of great importance, perhaps even Emperor Pachacutec himself. Pachacutec, a visionary leader, was the founder of the Tahuantinsuyo Empire, and the ruler who expanded Inca territory more extensively than any of his predecessors. According to Spanish chronicles, including those of Pedro Sarmiento de Gamboa, Emperor Pachacutec was originally buried in the Tococachi sector, now known as the San Blas neighborhood. It is also recorded that the Viceroy Conde de Nieva ordered the transfer of Pachacutec's remains, along with those of 10 other Inca rulers, to the San Andres Hospital in Lima. Thus, according to historical records, the mummy of Pachacutec should be in Lima. However, his remains have never been found. Armed with their findings and theories about the secret door, David and Thierry have requested permission to remove the stones that seal the entrance. However, despite their efforts over the years, the authorities of Machu Picchu have repeatedly denied their requests. Officials argue that there is no conclusive evidence to support their theory, and removing the structure could potentially cause irreversible damage to the site. The Taj Mahal, a 17th-century riverfront mausoleum, was built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal, who died during childbirth. The iconic structure, known for its exquisite white marble and intricate latticework, stands as one of India's most visited landmarks, drawing countless tourists from around the world. But beneath this breathtaking monument lie a series of mysterious underground chambers that have fueled rumors and intrigue for centuries. Many of these locked rooms are located in the mausoleum's underground takana, an area intended to provide a cool retreat during the sweltering summer months. Leading authority on Mughal architecture, Ebba Koch, who meticulously documented the Taj Mahal, describes these chambers as a series of rooms aligned along the riverfront terrace. There are 15 rooms in total, 7 larger rooms with niches on either side, 6 square rooms, and 2 octagonal ones. These rooms once overlooked the Yamuna River through elegant arches, displaying painted decorations that have since faded under layers of whitewash. The underground rooms of the Taj Mahal were open to visitors until 1978, when a flood caused water damage, silt accumulation, and cracks in the structure. Since then, the rooms have been sealed to the public, except for occasional restoration work. Authorities maintain that the rooms contain nothing of historical significance and are kept locked for security reasons, given the monument's status as a protected World Heritage Site. The so-called rooms in the basement are not actual rooms, but rather a long corridor with doors, serving as a practical solution for managing space within the mausoleum. While the locked chambers of the Taj Mahal continue to spark curiosity, experts assert that there are no hidden secrets within these underground rooms, just remnants of a once grand royal passageway. The Great Sphinx of Giza, one of the most famous monuments in the world, stands as an ancient marvel with a history of intrigue. Not only is it the largest monolithic statue globally, but it also represents a unique hybrid creature, with the head of a human and the body of a lion, an icon that draws from both Egyptian and Greek mythology. Estimated to be around 4,500 years old, this ancient monument continues to captivate scholars and tourists alike. The Sphinx is thought to have been much larger in its original form, as suggested by the discovery of enormous stone blocks and abandoned tools around the site. However, the most tantalizing secrets of the Sphinx may lie underground, near its paws. In recent years, a group of scientists employed seismographic technology to detect 2 hidden chambers beneath the paws of the Sphinx. Some enthusiasts speculate that these chambers could be the legendary Hall of Records, rumored to contain ancient scrolls that reveal the secrets of our shared past. Despite the speculation, the chambers remain inaccessible. Their entrances are still sealed, and the researchers have yet to receive permission to explore them fully. Another mysterious entrance was found in 1926, when under the direction of French Egyptologist Émile Barrès, the Sphinx was cleared of sand, uncovering an entrance to a tunnel at ground level on the north side of its rump. However, this opening was subsequently closed with masonry and nearly forgotten for more than 50 years. The passage's existence was later recalled by 3 elderly men who had worked as basket carriers during the initial clearing, leading to its rediscovery and excavation in 1980. There is some debate regarding the origin of this passage. Some scholars believe it was created by Colonel Howard Weiss, an English soldier and Egyptologist, who noted in his diary in 1837 that he had been boring near the tail of the Sphinx. This suggests that Weiss may have created the passage, although others propose that it could be of ancient origin, perhaps an exploratory tunnel or an unfinished tomb shaft. The mystery of the Great Sphinx of Giza remains, with its hidden chambers, forgotten passages, and enigmatic origins continuing to inspire curiosity and speculation. From ancient tombs hidden deep within the earth to forgotten chambers beneath iconic monuments, these sealed entrances evoke a timeless allure. Each one holds a story, a treasure, or perhaps a curse. just waiting to be discovered, or left untouched for eternity. As we stand before these mysterious thresholds, we are reminded that some mysteries may never be solved, and maybe that's what keeps them so fascinating. After all, the unknown has a way of keeping us curious, inviting us to wonder what lies just beyond those doors. Thank you for joining us on this episode, and we'll see you next time. Fireside. Welcome back to Fireside Unsolved, where on this episode, we're venturing into some of the most mysterious and eerie ancient places on Earth for the second time. From the haunting ruins of Naupahuaca to the towering heights of the Lion Rock, these locations have long been shrouded in legend and intrigue. We'll explore the uncharted depths of Potomsky Crater, the eerie isolation of Barca Kelmes, and strange history of unexplained movement within the Chase Vault. Let's uncover the stories behind these fascinating places. Stories that may hold the key to a better understanding of our past and the mysteries left behind. Gather around the fire and let's get into episode 122, 5 Mysterious Ancient Places, Part 2. Located near the village of Pachar in Peru's Sacred Valley, Naupahuaca holds deep cultural and historical significance. Translated to the Ancient One's Temple, Naupahuaca is commonly linked to the Inca civilization, but its precise origins remain uncertain, with some scholars speculating that it actually predates the Inca Empire. One of Naupahuaca's most striking features is a niche carved directly into a trapezoidal andesite rock. In this niche, there is a carved false doorway of sorts, which displays extraordinary precision, with clean angles and a smooth finish, making it an architectural anomaly for the time. Except this doorway leads to nowhere, leading researchers to theorize it most likely had symbolic or ritual significance. Such doorways were often used in Andean cultures to represent spiritual portals or connections to the afterlife, like the one found at the Gate of the Gods, also in Peru. Inside the site, there is also an altar carved from a single piece of stone, and is similarly precise and intriguing. Its design incorporates elements associated with the Andean cross, a key symbol in Inca cosmology. Scholars suggest that the altar might have been used for ceremonies linked to astronomical events, emphasizing the Incas' profound knowledge of our solar system, stars, and space. Some believe its alignment with the nearby Apu Mountain, a sacred natural feature, demonstrates intentional integration of astronomy, geology, and spirituality. Local traditions describe Naupahuaca as a place of power, with unique acoustic or vibrational properties attributed to its stone composition and location. These characteristics contribute to theories that the site aligns with Earth energy grids or ley lines, though these ideas remain speculative. However, most archaeologists and historians believe that Naupahuaca was part of the Inca Seque system, a network of sacred paths radiating from Cusco. These paths connected sacred shrines used for ceremonies and pilgrimages. Whether Naupahuaca served as a temple, a ritual site, or a symbolic gateway, its mysterious carvings and alignment with natural landmarks reflect a culture deeply attuned to both the cosmos and the earth. Sigiriya, or Lion Rock, is a rock fortress in Sri Lanka's central province, towering over 200 meters, or 660 feet above the surrounding plains. Built in the 5th century CE by King Kashyapa, it is renowned for its architectural innovation, vibrant frescoes, and advanced hydraulic systems. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Sigiriya blends cultural, historical, and engineering marvels. The fortress's name, derived from the Sinhalese Sinhagiri, or Lion Rock, stems from its iconic Lion's Gate. Visitors ascend through colossal lion paws, remnants of a grand sculpture that symbolized royal power and ambition. The lion motif reflects King Kashyapa's dominance and Sinhalese cultural significance. Sigiriya's surroundings feature one of the oldest landscaped garden systems, including pools, fountains, and terraces that still function during rains. The gardens, influenced by local and Persian designs, reveal the builder's advanced understanding of hydraulics and aesthetics. Partway up the rock, frescoes adorn the western face, portraying women adorned with flowers and jewelry. Though only about 20 frescoes survive from an original 500, their meaning, whether celestial, royal, or symbolic, remains debated. At the summit, ruins of a palace complex highlight Kashyapa's ambition, with throne rooms and water cisterns offering insights into royal life. After his death, the site was abandoned as a palace and later became a Buddhist monastery, maintaining its spiritual significance until the 14th century. Sigiriya exemplifies a blend of royal aspirations and spiritual depth. Its awe-inspiring construction and enduring mysteries make it a vital part of Sri Lanka's heritage, admired for its beauty, ingenuity, and cultural impact. Deep in the forests of southeastern Siberia lies Potomsky Crater, one of Russia's most mysterious geological features. Discovered in 1949 by Soviet geologist Vadim Kolpakov, the crater, dubbed the Fire Eagle Nest, is located in the Irkutsk region near the Bodebo River. The mound rises 50 meters or 160 feet and spans 160 meters or 520 feet across, resembling a cone with a flat top and a central pit. Unlike typical craters, Potomsky resembles a raised mound. Early theories linked it to a meteorite impact, similar to the Tunguska event of 1908, 400 kilometers, 250 miles away. However, no meteorite fragments or evidence of extreme heat has been found at the site, challenging this hypothesis. A volcanic origin was also considered but later dismissed due to the absence of volcanic rock, ash, or lava in the area. The region's geology does not support known volcanic activity, making this explanation improbable. Recent studies suggest the crater may have formed through a cryptoexplosion, where underground gases or steam violently displaced earth and rock. This theory is supported by minor radioactivity detected at the site, potentially from uranium deposits below. However, this radioactivity is low, leaving the exact cause unresolved. The indigenous Yakut people regard it as cursed, and reports of nausea, unease, and animals avoiding the area add to its eerie reputation. These anecdotes, however, remain scientifically unverified. Despite various studies, Potomsky Crater's unique structure, unexplained formation process, and remote location continue to intrigue scientists and explorers, cementing its status as one of Earth's strangest natural wonders. Once a remote island in the heart of the Aral Sea, Barsa Kelmis has become a dark symbol in Central Asian folklore. Known as the Land of No Return, in Kazakh, the island earned its ominous title from stories of visitors disappearing and returning decades later, convinced they had been gone only a few days. Legends speak of strange phenomena, including disorientation, mysterious lights, and unexplainable sounds, fueling beliefs that time itself may behave differently on the island. Such accounts have solidified its reputation as a place of intrigue, a zone of no return. As the Aral Sea shrank due to Soviet-era water diversion projects, the island transitioned from a secluded aquatic refuge to an arid extension of the surrounding desert, drawing both folkloric and scientific curiosity. There has been speculation that the island may have been a site for secret research or experiments, a theory bolstered by the region's known history of chemical and biological testing. However, no definitive evidence has emerged to substantiate these claims. The dry seabed has made the island accessible, yet its barren landscape and the enduring legends of strange events continue to captivate imaginations. Nestled in Christchurch Parish Cemetery in Barbados, the Chase Vault is infamous for unexplained disturbances involving the movement of coffins. Built in the early 19th century for the affluent Chase family, the vault quickly became the subject of one of the Caribbean's most perplexing legends. The mystery began in 1808 with the burial of Mrs. Goddard in the vault. In 1812, when Thomas Chase was being placed inside the vault, observers reportedly found that previously buried coffins had shifted from their original positions. This phenomenon recurred during subsequent burials, including those of Chase's daughters Dorcas and Mary Ann. Notably, the heavy lead coffins, which required significant effort to move, were consistently found in disarray. In 1820, after numerous reports of coffin disturbances, the governor of Barbados ordered the vault to be sealed with mortar. Sand was spread across the floor to detect tampering. When reopened months later, the coffins were once again displaced, yet the sand showed no signs of disturbance. Various theories have emerged to explain the Chase Vault phenomena. Some researchers suggest flooding or underground water leaking into the vault could have moved the coffins. Seasonal hurricanes and floods in Barbados could have caused groundwater pressure to disturb the contents. Minor tremors, though rare in Barbados, also could have affected the vault's stability. Despite investigations, no theory has conclusively explained the events. After the 1820 investigation, the coffins were removed and the Chase Vault was abandoned, leaving its mystery unsolved. Today, the story is still known in Barbadian folklore, and the Chase Vault itself remains a symbol of the island's rich cultural history and lasting legends. So, What do you think? Do these sites hold secrets from the past? Are they simply relics of forgotten civilizations? Or something else entirely? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this exploration into our planet's mysterious past, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Until we meet again, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Fireside.
Welcome to Fireside Unsolved, and today we're going to visit and explore 5 of the world's most mysterious and awe-inspiring historical sites. These locations, scattered across continents and civilizations, defy explanation and invite endless fascination. In this episode, we'll ascend to Abuna Yamata Gu, a 5th century Ethiopian church carved into a cliff face, accessible only by a perilous climb. Then we'll travel to Georgia to explore the Katski Pillar, a monolithic rock rising skyward with a solitary monk's retreat perched at its peak. Next, we journey underground to Malta, to the Hippodrome of Hal Saflieni, a Neolithic marvel of subterranean chambers, intricate carvings, and mysterious acoustics. The journey continues to Rajasthan, India, where the eerie ruins of Kuldhara, the ghost village, tell a tale of sudden abandonment and whispered curses. Finally, we'll unravel the mysteries of Pumapunku, part of Bolivia's Tiwanaku complex, where ancient stonework exhibits precision that even modern technology struggles to replicate. Welcome to episode 130 on Fireside Unsolved, 5 Mysterious Ancient Places, Part 3. Abuna Yamata Gu is a breathtakingly remote and almost unreachable church carved into the mountains of Ethiopia's Tigray region. Perched at a staggering elevation of 2,580 meters, or 8,460 feet, it's one of the most inaccessible places on Earth. Getting there is no small feat. It involves scaling a steep rock face, crossing a narrow stone bridge with a heart-stopping 250-meter drop on both sides, climbing a sheer vertical wall, and tiptoeing along a ledge only 50 centimeters wide, with a dizzying 300-meter plunge below. This ancient sanctuary is part of the famed rock-hewn churches of Tigray, a group of over 35 extraordinary structures carved directly into the cliffs of the region. Abuna Yamata Gu stands out not just for its perilous location, but also for its incredible history and architecture, dating back to the 6th century. Adding to its allure are the mesmerizing paintings found inside, vivid artworks created in the 15th century that depict biblical scenes from both the Old and New Testaments. These paintings have survived centuries in pristine condition, thanks to the dry and sheltered environment within the church. Local legends, however, suggest the church's roots may reach even further back in time. The church's design and its intricate paintings continue to captivate researchers. Scholars believe the architectural style and artistic techniques reflect a unique fusion of early Christian influences and traditional Ethiopian craftsmanship. This blending of cultures creates a spiritual and historical tapestry unlike anything found elsewhere. The incredible location, combined with the craftsmanship and artistry, gives Abuna Yamata Gu an almost otherworldly aura. Rising dramatically 40 meters above the surrounding valley, the Katski Pillar is a stunning natural monolith that commands the Georgian landscape in the Imereti region, near Chiatura. This towering limestone formation, perched above the Katskura River, is not just a geological phenomenon, but also a site of profound spiritual and historical significance. Revered by locals as the Pillar of Life, it has inspired awe and countless legends throughout the centuries. Atop the pillar lies the remains of a monastic complex, occupying an area of roughly 150 square meters. These ruins include the foundations of a monastery and a church, adding to the mystique of this isolated location. For centuries, the site remained mysterious due to its inaccessibility, until 1944, that a group of daring mountaineers and researchers managed to scale the pillar and bring its secrets into the light. Archaeological investigations in the late 20th century finally revealed the truth, that the structures on the Katski Pillar date back to the 9th and 10th centuries. The discovery of a retreat venue, complete with a small church dedicated to Maximus the Confessor and a burial crypt, suggests that this was once a place for monks seeking solitude and spiritual connection. Surprisingly, the remnants of a wine cellar and other household items paint a picture of a more sustainable and even communal existence on the pillar than one might expect. Adding to its intrigue, local tales speak of a chain that once linked the pillar's summit to the church below, further deepening its mythic reputation. Nestled beneath the town of Paola, Malta, the Hippodrome of Hal Saflieni is a remarkable underground structure that offers a glimpse into the lives and beliefs of a time in human history when people began to domesticate animals and cultivate plants. Dating back to approximately 3000 BCE, this unique site served as both a ceremonial complex and a burial ground. Its intricate design and mysterious purpose make it one of the most important, and still unexplained, prehistoric monuments in the world. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Hippodrome is a testament to ancient ingenuity. The rediscovery of the Hippodrome in 1902 was entirely accidental, unearthed during construction work. The structure is carved into limestone and spans 3 subterranean levels, each serving a distinct function. The uppermost level consists of simpler burial chambers, while the deeper levels feature increasingly complex and ornate designs. Among these is the renowned Holy of Holies, a chamber aligned to capture sunlight during the winter solstice, suggesting an advanced understanding of astronomy. The walls of the Hippodrome are adorned with red ochre decorations, including spirals, honeycombs, and geometric patterns, hinting at its ceremonial significance. A particularly fascinating feature of the Hippodrome is the Oracle Room, a space designed with acoustics that amplify deep vocal tones. When sound is produced within this chamber, the reverberations create an eerie, otherworldly effect. Scholars speculate that this space was used for chanting or ritual ceremonies, as the enhanced sound may have deepened the spiritual or sensory experience of those inside. The Hippodrome also served as an elaborate burial ground, with the remains of over 7,000 individuals uncovered during excavations. Among these finds are skulls with elongated cranial shapes, a discovery that has sparked theories ranging from cultural practices to links with lost civilizations. However, most scholars attribute the cranial shapes to traditional practices. Hidden amidst the golden sands of Rajasthan's Thar Desert, Kuldhara, near Jaisalmer, stands as a haunting reminder of a once thriving community lost to time. Established in the 13th century, this prosperous village became renowned for its ingenuity in surviving the harsh desert environment. Yet, by the early 19th century, Kuldhara was mysteriously abandoned overnight. Today, its desolate streets and crumbling ruins have earned it the name Ghost Village. Kuldhara was home to the Paliwal Brahmins, a prosperous community famous for their sophisticated irrigation and water management techniques. In a region where water is life, they designed an intricate system to cultivate crops and sustain trade, turning the arid desert into a hub of activity. However, this flourishing settlement faced a sudden and unexplained decline, leaving historians and locals to speculate on the reasons behind its desertion. Some attribute Kuldhara's abandonment to environmental factors. Prolonged droughts and the depletion of water sources may have forced the villagers to seek a more sustainable home. Others point to the oppressive rule of Salim Singh, a minister in the Jaisalmer state, whose excessive taxation is said to have driven the villagers to desperation. One of the most enduring legends, however, involves Salim Singh's alleged obsession with a young woman from Kuldhara. According to folklore, he demanded her hand in marriage, threatening dire consequences if his proposal was refused. Faced with this ultimatum, the villagers of Kuldhara, along with those from 83 nearby settlements, abandoned their homes in a single night, rather than succumb to his tyranny. As they departed, they supposedly cursed the land, vowing that no one would ever live there again. To this day, locals believe the curse lingers, and attempts to resettle the village have reportedly failed. Despite its abandonment, the remnants of Kuldhara reveal a rich and well-organized past. Archaeological studies have uncovered advanced water systems, strategically designed streets, and ruins of homes and temples. Among the ruins is a temple dedicated to Hindu deities like Vishnu and Mahishasura Mardini, highlighting the settlement's religious significance. Nestled within the Tiwanaku archaeological complex near Lake Titicaca in Bolivia, Pumapunku is a site of profound historical and architectural significance. Constructed around 536 AD by the Tiwanaku civilization, one of South America's most advanced pre-Columbian societies, it continues to intrigue archaeologists with its extraordinary stonework and unexplained origins. Pumapunku is most famous for its massive monolithic stones, some weighing over 130 tons, intricately carved and fitted with astonishing precision. The blocks, made from andesite and sandstone, were designed to interlock seamlessly without mortar, showcasing a level of engineering sophistication that defies traditional understanding of ancient construction methods. Many stones feature precise drill holes and geometric carvings, hinting at the use of advanced tools and techniques that remain unexplained. The logistics of Pumapunku's construction is another mystery altogether. The sandstone blocks were quarried approximately 10 kilometers, while the andesite stones originated nearly 90 kilometers or 55 miles from the site near Lake Titicaca. Transporting these immense stones to the high-altitude site, situated 3,800 meters above sea level, poses a perplexing challenge. Theories range from the use of reed boats and llama-drawn sledges to more speculative ideas, yet none fully account for the feat achieved by the Tiwanaku. Though its precise purpose remains unclear, Pumapunku's alignment with astronomical events and connections to Tiwanaku creation myths suggest it served as a sacred space. According to Tiwanaku beliefs, gods descended at Lake Titicaca to create humanity, linking Pumapunku to divine origins and imbuing it with spiritual importance. The site's construction and advanced craftsmanship have fueled a variety of theories, including speculation about a lost advanced civilization, and the absence of written records leaves much about Pumapunku open to interpretation.
Throughout history, maps have been more than just tools for navigation. They've been gateways to the unknown, snapshots of how our ancestors viewed the world, and sometimes puzzles that leave us questioning what we think we know. Among these relics of exploration and imagination are a handful of extraordinary maps that continue to mystify scholars and captivate the curious. Each of these maps carries secrets buried beneath layers of artistry and historical context. There's the Hereford Mappa Mundi, a medieval masterpiece that blends faith, mythology, and geography, offering a glimpse into the spiritual mindset of the 14th century. Then there's the Buache map, an 18th century anomaly depicting Antarctica as if its icy surface had already been peeled away, sparking debates about ancient knowledge. The Katora Tomb star chart, hidden in Japan for over a millennium, reveals celestial precision that connects to ancient Chinese astronomy and perhaps even earlier observations. Meanwhile, the Piri Reis map, a 16th century Ottoman treasure, holds fragments of Christopher Columbus's lost charts and hints at lands that had barely been explored. And finally, the Ostrich Egg Globe, a delicate 1500s creation, may hold connections to none other than Leonardo da Vinci himself. These maps defy easy explanation. Are they evidence of lost knowledge, brilliant guesswork, or something more mysterious altogether? Join us as we uncover the fascinating stories behind these 5 ancient maps and explore the secrets they may still hold on Fireside Unsolved, Episode 139, 5 Mysterious Ancient Maps. The Hereford Mappa Mundi is a treasure from the medieval world, a vast map that isn't just a chart of geography, but a window into the beliefs, fears, and imagination of the 14th century. Created around 1300 AD, this masterpiece is the largest surviving medieval map of the known world. But it's far from your typical atlas. Rather than a practical guide for travelers, it serves as a spiritual and symbolic map, depicting heaven, hell, and the arduous path to salvation. Drawn in the traditional T&O design, the map merges art, legend, and theology. It draws from a rich tapestry of sources, including biblical stories, medieval bestiaries, and even mythical accounts of monstrous races. Today, you can see this intricate work at Hereford Cathedral in England, where it remains a testament to medieval thought. But the Mappa Mundi is more than an artistic relic. It's a map of the medieval mind, steeped in the cultural and political tensions of its time. Scholars believe it was created as part of the cult of Thomas de Cantilupe, a controversial figure known for his outspoken dislike of the Jewish people, and, according to historian Deborah Strickland, a misogynist, even by the standards of his own time. Others see it as a tool for reinforcing controversial ideologies, such as the justification for the expulsion of Jewish communities from England. There are depictions of a horned Moses and Jews worshipping the golden calf, a scene that some interpret as an anti-Semitic allegory. It also reflects the era's rigid patriarchal views, with figures like Lot's wife, turned to a pillar of salt for gazing back at Sodom, serving as cautionary tales of perceived female sinfulness. Visitors would gather before this massive map, and guides would narrate its stories, weaving its cryptic Latin and French inscriptions into vivid tales. By the 19th century, it was in dire need of repair, which led to restoration at the British Museum. The side panels of the original triptych were lost, and the map itself was detached from its wooden frame. In 1988, financial difficulties nearly led to its sale, sparking public outcry. A successful fundraising campaign saved it, securing its place in a purpose-built home at the cathedral in 1996. Today, the Hereford Mappa Mundi stands as both a symbol of medieval artistry and a reminder of the complex histories it has survived. The Boichet map, created by French geographer Philippe Boichet on September 3, 1739, is as much a puzzle as it is a cartographic achievement. Its full title, a mouthful even by 18th century standards, translates to Map of the Southern Lands contained between the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Pole, where the new discoveries made in 1739 to the south of the Cape of Good Hope may be seen. But it's not the title that draws us in. It's the astonishing detail of what it depicts. The map includes the continent of Antarctica, seemingly free of ice. This striking feature has fueled speculation for centuries. Could Boichet have based his map on ancient charts, passed down from civilizations capable of mapping the Antarctic before it was buried under ice? Skeptics argue against this theory, but one thing is clear. The map's depiction of the continent bears an uncanny resemblance to what modern researchers believe Antarctica's subglacial layout might look like. It portrays Antarctica as two main land masses, with the western portion significantly larger than the eastern, a division confirmed by modern science. For an 18th century mapmaker working without satellite technology, this level of accuracy is either an extraordinary coincidence or evidence of an unknown source. Of course, the skeptics have their say, suggesting it could simply be a blunder, a misinterpretation of scattered reports or incomplete data. Yet considering how precise the rest of the map is for its time, it's hard to imagine such a significant mistake. Whether the Boichet map is an echo of forgotten knowledge or an incredible stroke of luck, it continues to spark debate and fascination. Hidden beneath a burial mound in the village of Aska lies the Ketora tomb, an ancient chamber discovered in 1983 that is said to hold the secrets of the heavens. Dating back to the late 7th or early 8th century AD, the tomb is modest in size. A stone chamber just over 3 feet high, 3 feet wide, and 8 feet long. The tomb's walls are adorned with breathtaking murals representing the 4 celestial guardians of East Asian mythology: the black tortoise of the north, the azure dragon of the east, the red bird of the south, and the white tiger of the west. Alongside these figures, zodiacal images, part human, part animal, add to the tomb's mystique. But the most extraordinary treasure lies above, a star chart painted onto the ceiling, revealed by probes in 1998. This ancient star chart is a marvel of early astronomy, featuring 68 constellations illustrated with shimmering gold disks. 3 concentric circles trace the movements of celestial bodies, with an additional circle marking the sun's path, and at its center lies the polar star. Experts have determined that this chart is the oldest known star map of its kind, making it a window into the stargazing practices of ancient civilizations. Investigations by Mitsuru Soma of the National Astronomical Observatory of Japan and Suko Nakamura of Daidobunka University suggest that the map was not created in Japan but is based on observations made in ancient China, potentially along the 34th parallel north. Cities like Chang'an, which is now modern Xi'an, and Luoyang, both capitals of Chinese dynasties, emerge as likely candidates for the site of these observations. While the tomb itself dates to the 7th or 8th century, Soma and Nakamura believe the observations underlying the chart could date back centuries earlier, possibly between 240 and 520 AD, or even as early as 120 to 40 BC. Kazuhiko Miyajima, a former professor of East Asian astronomy history, suggests that the chart may depict the night sky as it appeared in 65 BC, potentially from Pyongyang or Seoul. The Ketora Tombstar map offers a tantalizing glimpse into the celestial knowledge of a bygone era, leaving us to wonder how far back humanity's fascination with the stars truly goes. The Piri Reis map, created in 1513 by Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis, is a tantalizing glimpse into the world as it was known, or imagined, 5 centuries ago. Only 1/3 of this remarkable map survives today, housed in the Topkapi Palace Museum in Istanbul. After the Ottoman Empire's conquest of Egypt in 1517, Piri Reis presented his map to Sultan Selim I, though what became of it afterward is a mystery. The map vanished, missing for centuries, until it resurfaced in 1929, sparking international fascination. This surviving fragment contains a partial copy of a now-lost map by Christopher Columbus, merging European exploration with Islamic cartographic artistry. The Piri Reis map is a portolan chart, designed for navigation using compass roses and windrose networks rather than longitude and latitude. Its detailed depiction of South America is astonishing for its time. The northwestern coast combines features of Central America and Cuba into one landmass, reflecting Columbus's mistaken belief that he had reached Asia. The southern Atlantic coast likely represents a version of the mythical Terra Australis, a hypothetical continent first mentioned in antiquity and which appeared on maps between the 15th and 18th centuries. This map stands apart from its European counterparts, with a distinct aesthetic influenced by the Islamic miniature artwork. But at the same time, it broke from Islamic cartographic norms by incorporating numerous non-Muslim sources. Historian Karen Pinto has highlighted the map's depiction of legendary creatures at the edges of the Americas, challenging the medieval Islamic idea of an impassable, encircling ocean. Yet the map raises as many questions as it answers. Scholars continue to debate its sources, the number of maps that inspired it, and the true nature of its mysterious southern landmass. Some have claimed visual resemblances to areas of the Americas not officially discovered by 1513, while others dismiss these claims as speculative. The Piri Reis map is more than a cartographic artifact. It is a puzzle, an artwork, and a testament to the blending of cultures and ideas in the age of exploration. Despite its many mysteries, it leaves one undeniable impression. The world of the early 16th century was as full of imagination as it was of discovery. The ostrich egg globe is unlike any other artifact, a hollow terrestrial globe crafted from the lower halves of 2 conjoined ostrich eggs. This small, delicate globe is an almost identical match to the Hunt Lennox globe, a copper globe dated to around 1510, raising tantalizing questions about its origins. Stefan Missin, the globe's primary investigator, believes it was created in the early 16th century, making it the first globe to depict the New World. According to him, the globe first came to light at the London Map Fair in 2012. Its anonymous owner claimed it had passed through several hands and had been part of a prominent European collection for decades. Missin proposed a bold theory, that the Hunt Lennox globe was not engraved independently but cast from the ostrich egg globe using a unique and intricate technique, one that would make the ostrich egg globe the older of the two. The story takes an even more extraordinary turn, with Missin's assertion that the globe shows influences from Leonardo da Vinci's workshop. By 2017, Missin went further, claiming that the globe was engraved in 1504 by a left-handed artist, whom he identified as Leonardo da Vinci himself. These claims culminated in his 2018 book, The Da Vinci Globe, where he detailed his arguments for the globe's connection to the Renaissance genius. However, these assertions have sparked intense skepticism in the academic world. Cartographer Wouter Brakke reviewed Missin's work in 2019, characterizing it as a research report rather than a definitive scholarly conclusion. He pointed out that Cambridge Scholars Publishing, which published the book, lacked an editorial board to rigorously vet the claims. Brakke agreed that the ostrich egg globe likely dates to the early 16th century, but emphasized the need for further investigation into its provenance and history. Whether it is a genuine masterpiece from the hands of Leonardo da Vinci or simply a fascinating creation from the age of exploration, it continues to intrigue historians, cartographers, and mystery seekers alike.
Throughout history, locked doors have captivated our imagination, standing as literal barriers between us and the unknown. Some doors are sealed for reasons of security, tradition, or even superstition, while others remain locked due to reasons far more mysterious. Are they protecting us from something within, or is the truth simply too unsettling to reveal? In this episode, we explore 5 of the most mysterious locked doors for the second time. We'll look into the Congress Hotel in Chicago, and the infamous sealed door on the 12th floor that has fueled countless tales of strange encounters, yet no one dares to open it. Across the world in Egypt, the tomb of Tutankhamun is still hiding wonders and possible curses of the boy king's burial chamber. Then there's the legend of Room 873 at the Banff Springs Hotel, mysteriously sealed after a series of tragic events, leaving guests to wonder what truly happened behind its door. In Japan, Visi Grand Shrine contains a door that only a select few are permitted to pass through, leading to speculation about what lies within this sacred space. And finally, buried deep within the Great Pyramid of Giza, the Gantenbrink door blocks access to a mysterious shaft, raising countless questions about the secrets of ancient Egypt that may still be undiscovered. Each of these doors holds a story, one filled with intrigue, speculation, and a touch of the unknown. What if they were opened? Would we finally find answers, or would we uncover something we were never meant to see? Join us as we unlock the secrets behind these mysterious doors, exploring the legends, the facts, and the chilling mysteries that surround them. Welcome to Fireside Unsolved, Episode 142, 5 Mysterious Locked Doors, Part 2. Deep within the Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the most enduring wonders of the ancient world, lies a mystery that has baffled researchers for decades. In an effort to uncover the secrets hidden within, scientists and archaeologists embarked on the Upuaut project, a daring exploration of the pyramid's shafts, believed by many to serve purposes far beyond simple ventilation. In 2002, German engineer Rudolf Gantenbrink designed and deployed a small robotic probe to navigate the narrow shafts extending from the Queen's chamber. What the robot discovered deep within the stone corridors was astonishing. A limestone slab, fitted tightly within the shaft, blocking any further progress. This slab, now known as Gantenbrink's door, had 2 mysterious copper pins protruding from its surface, an unknown mechanism, possibly used to position the slab centuries ago. When a small hole was drilled into the slab, anticipation gave way to yet another mystery. Behind it lay a second stone barrier. The quest for answers continued in 2011 with the JD project, which introduced advanced fiber optic technology capable of seeing around corners. Probing the chamber behind the southern shaft's first door, researchers uncovered something unexpected: hieroglyphic markings in red paint. According to Egyptian mathematics researcher Luca Miatello, the symbols translated to 121, believed to indicate the shaft's length in cubits. Further examination of the copper handles embedded in the stone revealed they were likely ornamental rather than functional. Even more intriguing was the polished and finished backside of the door, suggesting it served a greater purpose beyond merely blocking debris from entering the shaft. Despite these revelations, many questions remain unanswered. The discovery of the Gantenbrink door adds yet another layer of complexity to the Great Pyramid's already unexplained design. Each new finding only fuels further speculation, solidifying the pyramid's status as one of history's most baffling and awe-inspiring wonders. The history of Ise Grand Shrine is deeply tied to Japan's spiritual and cultural heritage, its origins documented in the Chronicles of Japan, the nation's second oldest historical text. Nearly 2,000 years ago, the 11th Emperor of Japan, Emperor Suinin, entrusted his daughter, Princess Yamatohime no Mikoto, with a sacred mission. She was to find a permanent site to enshrine the sun goddess Amaterasu and the sacred mirror, a divine relic said to have been bestowed upon Japan's first emperor by the goddess herself. The princess left on a journey across the country, searching for the perfect location for more than 2 decades. According to legend, her quest came to an end when Amaterasu's divine voice called out to her, guiding her to the serene landscapes of Ise in present-day Mie Prefecture. In reverence and celebration of this divine revelation, Princess Yamatohime no Mikoto marked the sacred site by placing 50 bells, an act that would forever link the location to the sun goddess. Even now, the Isuzu River, which flows nearby, carries the nickname of 50 Bells, serving as a timeless reminder of the shrine's sacred origins. Today, Ise Grand Shrine encompasses an extensive complex of 125 shrines scattered across Ise City. However, it is the inner and outer shrines that remain the focal points of devotion, with the inner shrine being the most sacred of them all. Within lies Kotai Jingu, the central shrine believed to house the sacred mirror of Amaterasu. Access to its inner sanctum, concealed behind towering wooden walls, is strictly reserved for members of the imperial family and senior shrine priests. Photography of this sacred structure is strictly forbidden, preserving its mystery and sanctity. One of the most remarkable aspects of Ise Grand Shrine is its centuries-old tradition of renewal. Every 20 years, the inner and outer shrines, along with the iconic Uji Bridge spanning the Isuzu River, are meticulously reconstructed. This practice embodies the Shinto principles of death and rebirth, reflecting the impermanence of all things, while ensuring that ancient building techniques and craftsmanship are preserved and passed down through generations. The Fairmont Banff Springs, formerly known as the Banff Springs Hotel, is an iconic landmark within the breathtaking landscapes of Banff National Park in Alberta, Canada. Originally opened in 1888 by the Canadian Pacific Railway, it was one of Canada's earliest grand railway hotels, designed to accommodate the influx of travelers eager to explore the region's natural wonders. The original 5-story wooden structure, designed by renowned architect Bruce Price, could host up to 280 guests. However, after years of expansion and a devastating fire in 1926 that destroyed its north wing, the hotel was rebuilt in its present grandeur, becoming a symbol of luxury and mystery. With over a century of history, the Fairmont Banff Springs has seen its fair share of guests, and with them, an unsettling number of ghostly tales and eerie occurrences. Among the most infamous stories is that of Room 873, where legend has it that a man tragically ended the lives of his wife and young daughter before taking his own. In the aftermath of the tragedy, guests and hotel staff reported chilling experiences, piercing screams in the dead of night, and the discovery of bloody fingerprints on the bathroom mirror, which stubbornly reappeared despite repeated cleanings. Disturbed by the relentless reports of paranormal activity, the hotel eventually took drastic measures, sealing off Room 873 behind a false wall. Yet, even with the door hidden from view, visitors to the 8th floor continue to encounter strange phenomena. Ghostly apparitions lingering outside the sealed entrance, believed to be the restless spirits of the family that met their untimely fate. Whether rooted in fact or fueled by folklore, the haunting of Room 873 adds a chilling chapter to the Banff Springs Hotel's storied past, solidifying its reputation as one of Canada's most mysterious destinations. The discovery of King Tutankhamun's tomb by Howard Carter in 1922 marked one of the greatest archaeological finds of all time. Yet nearly a century later, the intrigue surrounding the boy king's burial site continues to grow. Modern advancements in technology have opened new avenues of exploration, with experts eager to uncover potential hidden chambers that may still lie beyond its elaborately decorated walls. In 2015, renowned Egyptologist Nicholas Reeves put forward a groundbreaking hypothesis. Hidden chambers may exist behind the walls of Tutankhamun's burial chamber. Using ground-penetrating radar, researchers embarked on an extensive investigation, and in 2016, initial scans suggested the possibility of voids and anomalies, fueling hopes that new treasures or even the remains of another royal figure could be concealed within. However, follow-up radar surveys in 2018 yielded inconclusive results, leaving archaeologists at a crossroads. One of the most captivating theories is that the tomb of Queen Nefertiti, one of Egypt's most mysterious and powerful queens, could be hidden within Tutankhamun's resting place. Though met with skepticism, the possibility of such a discovery adds to the enduring allure of the tomb, keeping the fascination with ancient Egypt alive and ensuring that King Tutankhamun's story is far from over. The Congress Plaza Hotel, a historic landmark on Chicago's Michigan Avenue, has long been shrouded in eerie legends and ghostly tales. Opened in time for the 1893 World's Fair, it quickly gained a reputation, not just for its grandeur, but for the chilling stories whispered within its halls, earning it a place among the most haunted locations in the city. One of the most tragic and haunting events associated with the hotel occurred in 1939, when Adele Langer, a Jewish refugee who had fled Nazi-occupied Czechoslovakia with her 2 sons, made a devastating decision. Overcome with fear of deportation and the horrors they might face, Adele leapt from a 13th floor window, taking the lives of herself and her children. The room they occupied, located on the 12th floor, became synonymous with sorrow and despair. In the aftermath of the tragedy, reports of strange occurrences, disembodied voices, sudden chills, and inexplicable sounds became so frequent that the hotel eventually sealed the room, leaving only a door without a handle as a silent reminder of the past. To this day, guests who venture to the 12th floor speak of an unsettling atmosphere, as if the echoes of history still linger, reminding all who pass by of the tragic fate that befell the Langer family. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Fireside Unsolved. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Until next time, take it easy and be easy, you filthy bastards.